Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today is the 8th, and what does the 8th mean for Marvel Rivals? Well, today Blade is here. For those of you that are curious what his original design is, it's pretty good. He looks so cool. And the new, in his other skin, this is a legendary. It's a 2,200 units for the bundle in the shop. I'm in love with this thing. Dude, he looks so fucking cool. Like legitimately, he's so damn sick. We'll go over the other stuff like the loot crate later and everything, but I wanted to get into the meat and potatoes of why everybody's actually here. Blade. So starting off, going over his abilities and what have you. So if we go ahead and press F1, the primary fire is Ancestral Sword if you have the sword out, which is just your basic melee. Super cool. It's a sword. It's super duper sick. We'll go into its applications later. And the other one is the gun, which is called Hunter Shotgun. This thing is really interesting because although it does say shotgun, you'll find.
Here they come.
So we'll go ahead,
You might
get rid
want
of
to
this
stay
dude.
down.
So from close range, this is how much damage you're going to end up doing with shotgun on a 250 HP target. From mid range, it's a little bit more. It's a little bit more, you could say. And that will actually allow you to do some kooky stuff, which we will go into a little bit later. But you saw it right. It's not hit skin, I don't think. Is it? It's very fast. I don't think it's hit skin, though. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Anyway, we'll go into like its applications and everything like that, but you saw it right. This thing does do more damage whenever you are around mid-range because for whatever reason, the shotgun burst actually does not happen until about mid-range, so you actually don't get all of the pellets until about mid-range. Very, very interesting. Super duper strong. It's going to allow Blade to really contend with a lot of poke characters. He's actually going to be able to out-damage Bucky, I do believe, because he is just able to spam a lot easier. So from that mid-range, he's actually going to be a pretty solid force to be reckoned with. Going to be really easy to confirm kills in this character as well. Hovering around the 15-meter mark is kind of the sweet spot wherever you're going to be able to two-tap a lot of these characters. Luna Snow, I don't think she can be two-tapped. Can she? I would imagine so, actually. Yeah, she's super can. 275 HP target right there. And as you can see, he just melts through HP with his shotgun. The sword, it's pretty okay. But I think actually we'll do this first. So its damage is not that great on its own. It's actually really mediocre. If we go up here, I'll show you actually. It takes a lot of people were worried that Blade was just going to be like another Iron Fist or another Wolverine. Blade does not do like much damage up close. You'll find like just raw, like without any like stuff to amp him and juice him up a little bit. So it's a little bit interesting, because I know a lot of people were super worried, myself included, that this character is just going to straight up go into a team fight, kill 5 people, and run away, right? Not the case, it would seem. So next, we have the team up, which is just the same thing as the Cloak and Dagger Moon Knight team up. You have a Cloak on your team, you drop the passive, and you actually get healing, and you're invisible inside of the radius. Everybody knows what that does, obviously, because that team up has been in the game forever. So the next thing that we have, we'll go to the Scarlet Shroud. It is actually a parry, and it apparently decreases the cooldown of Daywalker Dash whenever you are taking damage from it. So this is a damage reduction ability, so you pretty much hold your sword out. It has a meter. It can take literally everything in the game. Literally everything. You got something in the game, he tanks it. Doesn't matter. Wanda ult, he's at 40 HP, like 40% HP. He's fine. Magneto Rock, doesn't matter. He's at 50% HP afterward. This thing is crazy strong, and it gives a lot of value to just being able to like just tank hits. It's not as good as Iron Fist, obviously, because Iron Fist gives bonus HP, but it is very good nonetheless. Anything damage reduction based is always so stupid, and I don't think you can actually be stunned while inside of this either, which is, again, huge type of thing. Just being able to eat a stun is wild. That's super good for anti-CC comp. If you're fighting Squirrel Girl, Blade is going to be your guy 100% of the time. Bloodline Awakening. Awaken the Damper? Oh, I'm a little bit slow, sorry. Bloodline, enhancing slash speed during continuous attacks and triggering whirlwind slash while under this state will suffer reduced healing, but attacks gain lifesteal. So, what does that mean for us, right? So, big part of it, right? So, we'll go ahead and press the E button. For people on console, I actually don't know what it is for you, but as you can see, now everything is red. And what does that mean? We actually are getting reduced healing in this form. However, our attack speed is going to ramp up to crazy speeds after it hits 10. And you can just rebuild it. And now we do actually get less healing from our supports and what have you. However, we do actually gain the ability of having lifesteal, which is a really big boon, as I'm sure a lot of you are aware of. Like, that is very nice. Being able to self-sustain yourself is really good. It's going to allow him in certain team fight situations to actually self-sustain himself and carry a fight, which will be nice. But he's also, as you can see, he's not just like dumping damage, right? Now, if you add some of his other abilities in there, right? Because you can add like the sword and everything like that. But, you know, it's pretty solid, I would say. This is pretty good damage. We'll go ahead and take a look at what it looks like on a tank character. So we'll go ahead and just see. As you can see, way better. Way better. And he's just going to be sustaining. I think it's like, what, 30% lifesteal off of that or something is what the trade-off is. I might be wrong. I don't know the exact numbers. But it's pretty solid. It keeps him healthy. So, you know, in certain team fights, this doesn't mean you can just run into a 1v5. I actually really recommend dueling on this character. 1v1s are kind of the way to go with anything that is not a tank, because Blade actually does not do very much damage to tanks. Just like Raw, like band for band, he actually loses to Hulk, just like getting punched, which is very interesting. So he's more of like a you play around your cooldowns character, much like characters like Magic, something like maybe Iron Fist, you know, something like that. Not necessarily a dive, but you kind of get what I mean. Next thing we have is the Daywalker Slash. Dash forward if wielding your gun and shoot enemies upon impact, which will apply a 40% healing reduction effect. If wielding your sword, deliver a cleaving strike that inflicts a slow. So, as we know, we can have the gun or the sword out. When using the gun, we can actually go ahead, boop, and it's going to apply some healing reduction, and it's also going to just do a little bit of damage, and it's going to push them back a little bit. This could be good for like booping off the map. Obviously, it's going to be good into support ult. Triple support is where this character is really going to thrive, because he's going to be able to just like get rid of a lot of that. Or if we're using the sword, we can go ahead and we get this nice little spin thing, and it does pretty good damage, I would say. Now, the spacing, you can actually move after the impact of the sword, but this will apply a slow, which is going to be really good into like support characters again, because then you can just kind of run them down. But where this gets really good, right? We go ahead and we go into our vampire hunting mode, whatever, and then we go ahead. It's actually going to really amp like what we're doing whenever this is going on, which is always a lovely thing, because we're going to be having a lot of attack speed and whatnot. It's going to be pretty good damage. We're going to keep getting our lifesteal, and this, I do believe, is also going to be reset, and we actually get a faster cooldown on it whenever we use the parry and we block damage, because as you can see, we'll go ahead and pull it out. It's a pretty lengthy cooldown. It's like 6 seconds, and there's 2 of them, right? So it's like 12 to get your full value out of the kit. So that'll be... It's very, very solid ability, though. The next ability that we're going to, this is what everyone's curious about. This is the super duper cool ultimate that we all know and love. We'll go ahead and press it. The charge up. Press it. And anything in it... I love the music, dude. That's so cool. Anything inside of it is actually going to get healing reduction as well. Charge power and swiftly draw the sword of Dracula, executing a powerful Ladio strike as you dash forward, leaving behind a slashing zone where the sword automatically strikes enemies. Enemies hit, suffer reduced healing. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, how much reduced healing? Well, if I had a visual representation and I had friends, I would show you that this actually counters things like Invis ult, like Luna ult, and like Rocket ult, if done properly. They can move inside of it. It's not like they're just like stuck in there, right? But Blade on his own can kill them if they don't move, right? So imagine your team shooting at them. That could be really, really good, especially because they're getting reduced healing. Like I said, really good into triple support comp. You just pop this. They're going to have to spend 2 ults. If your team is like coordinated, and they're going to be able to do a lot, right? Which is good. Blade is really good at playing around his team. But in some regards, I think that's kind of a weakness on the character's part, because characters like Phoenix came out, that character is actually able to just like solo carry a game because she is just good, like up close and personal. She actually outdamages Blade, easy peasy, no problem. Like most characters in the game actually lose a one-on-one up close to her. She destroys tanks, things like that. But what she doesn't really do amazingly well in is triple support, and that's where Blade actually does really well, because he can break that pretty easy. Like, running that is no longer going to be just an insta win button in some comps, which is good, because Blade is Also a very flashy and cool character. Now, we'll go ahead and jump down below into the practice area because I want to show kind of the meat and potatoes, the bread and butter combo that you're going to be looking for with this character. Okay, so I know prior I had talked about this character not really doing that much damage, right? Because, like, you know, his gun, it does pretty solid damage. He 3-taps Fantastic, who has 350 HP. You know, it's pretty good. But what if I told you there's actually a combo? Ignore that volume bar at the bottom. There's a combo that actually does do very solid damage, and you do have to spend a lot of resources, but this is a non-needed ultimate combo that can actually just decimate a character. Really, really easy. Especially characters like Mr. Fantastic, because that anti-heal is going to be huge. Obviously, Mr. Fantastic is just an example because he's a squish, like a DPS character with a lot of HP, right? But we'll go ahead and show it off, and then I'll break it down a little bit. So here's what it looks like. And that's actually me messing it up, right? I actually did not use that entirely properly. My timing was actually a little bit sloppy because this is something that I just found a little bit ago. But remember, Fantastic has a lot of HP for like a damage character. And we're just like making Swiss cheese out of this guy. Now, let's like breaking this down and like being a little bit more like realistic. This is like how much Magic's like one of her bread and butters looks like, right? You know? And I would argue that that one's a bit harder to land because this one just kind of is like in front of you because Blade's hitbox on his dash is pretty solid, right? You just have to be in the ballpark and you're fine. You know what I mean? Like, you literally just have to be in the ballpark and you're hitting that, right? Which is huge. It's really, really solid. And then you're applying the damage, the healing reduction, everything like that. It's very good. Now, the way to do this combo, right, is obviously we're going to start off with the shot, and then we're going to go into the poke with that applies the anti-heal. For people in console that don't have my keybinds, that is going to be the Daywalker dash with the gun out. It's going to apply the anti-heal. Then we're going to swap into our vampire mode, which is my E button, but for you guys it'll be called Bloodline Awakening. And then we are immediately going to follow up with our other dash. And then we're going to finish it off with some melee hits afterward. So this does in fact use your cooldowns, right? For things like your anti-heal and your slash, right? So that does suck, but we are getting that big damage on Mr. Fantastic. And you actually have to commit a lot less for squishy characters, supports and the like, because also, like, they're still getting the damage, like the healing reduction, right? So you're still just going to be doing a lot of damage, which will be rather good, of course. So we'll go ahead and just show it off in one more fluid motion. And like I said, really, really easy. The only issue is after you do this, I really recommend, in the same way that I recommend people don't open a fight every time with magic, like by dashing in, is that you are out of cooldown. So if you dive and you do something like this, you're quite vulnerable, because then your only escape tool is literally just this button. You're hoping they damage you so you can just dash out, right? So that's a really big part of it. But it's going to allow you to do a lot of damage, and you know, it's a very consistent combo that is going to be really easy to learn and pick up for a lot of people that are just like starting out, right? It's really, really good bread and butter, I would think. So, but this is Blade. I am really excited. I'm actually enjoying him a lot more than I thought I would. I was really worried that I was just gonna be like, oh yeah, Blade's here, but that's a 2-tap. Okay, but no, he's very good. He seems like he's going to be strong. He seems like he's going to be well balanced. I think I and a lot of other people were actually overselling how overpowered this character was going to be, because I think that he's actually rather fair, and he's going to be really skill expressive, and that the people that are really good and devote a lot of time to him are going to make him shine. And that is something I love in games like this, because the characters that I love playing, creativity is like your biggest thing, right? And the thing about Blade is that you actually get quite a bit of that. So I'm quite excited. A lot of people, oh, actually, let's go ahead and see this on a tank really quick. Let's pull out the Grooter. I am Groot. 4 seconds. Guys, I'm sorry, hold on. And then after this, we'll go ahead and show some gameplay after this, but I'm actually curious, because I haven't tried this combo on a tank yet. I want to see, like, how we doing. Okay, so... So, like, yeah, as you can see, it's not exactly huge damage. I actually think that you still can get out, like, he can kill you, right? And we're using a lot of resources, so he's gonna be really good at killing squishies and dueling damage characters. But when it comes to tanks, we're in a little bit more of a pickle, right? because it's solid, but it's not like crazy. Like I feel like there's like 8 other characters that just straight up do more than that, right? So that's clearly not his intention though, right? But overall, I think he's really cool. Let's go ahead and jump into a match and see if we can get some gameplay for him, right? Okay, cool. Okay, so this is a quick play, but I don't think that there's a new map for Blade that came out. I don't think so. There might have been that I'm just like forgetting, but this is a quick play, and I'm kind of glad that we ended up getting a domination map. It's going to be able to like let us play the character and just kind of get a feel. No matter what, win or loss, how bad or well we do, this is going to be going up. So there's Blade. We're already doing some pretty solid damage. Okay, walk up. Pretty good damage to Torch too. Okay, we ended up clipping him. Remember, we want to be in this like mid-range. Okay, Mr. Thong is lagging a little bit, but it's okay. Let's hit this Ultron. Okay. Okay. No problem. Remember, I don't really care for like going like super far in. Poking is like a little bit more of the way. What the? Oh. Oh, okay. I just got straight up destroyed, but that's okay. That's just a little bit. Maybe I'm just like coping. I probably am. Okay. He does get back to point pretty quickly because he's got that 2 dashes, which is nice. I feel like this character is going to be super duper skill expressive though, like of like playing on the fringe of like close and far. So that's very interesting to me for sure. Okay, we got the big like one-shot combo immediately. That was crazy. See if we can land it again. Okay, so he did dash away. He's actually a pretty solid candidate to like dealing with the flyers though. I got a little bit too crazy. I'm just kind of trying to limit test a little bit though, and like see how things go. Whenever we come back, I'm just gonna try to ult and see if like how much stats we can put up with it. But that kill on the Torch, for characters that have 250 HP, you can just follow up with a melee after or a shotgun shot, and you will actually one-shot them. Okay, let's pop ours. Okay, we'll pull out the sword, go into Awakening. Okay. Okay, let's see how much stats are we getting? How much healing are we giving ourselves? Okay, so as you can see, you don't just like run in and like immediately like do a bunch of damage, get a bunch of HP back, right? So this character, he like does solid damage, right? But he's not just like a wrecking ball that goes in there, can't die. He's not a Wolverine, right? Which is good, which is great, right? Because we're playing like an idiot, just trying to see like the limits of this character. Like we did the same thing with Phoenix. We were seeing like a lot of BS that could go on, or seeing like the same thing, kind of here. But we're able to do a lot of damage, but we're not exactly just like straight up 1v6ing, which is what we want. We want balance, not overpoweredness, right? Because then our favorite characters never get seen. Okay. Hoping. Okay, there we go. Okay, nice. Okay, he's slowed right now. Okay, the epic Blade 1v1. Oops. I might rebind that to what the hell? To my E button actually. The not the parry, the dash. Because I kind of like it there more, I think. No problem. I'm not very good with this sword yet, ironic. You would think I would be because like I play a lot of Magic, but okay. So we realistically we didn't do that much, but we were doing okay damage and whatnot. So that's not terrible. I think he's cool for sure, for sure. He's going to be very skill expressive, and it's going to take a lot of getting used to. I feel like a lot of this is going to be playing a shit ton of Blade until you can understand like your matchups and like what you can and can't do. He seems like a very like living on the edge of your limits type of thing, which is cool. I think a lot of people are going to go nuts for that kind of character. I think that the skin that they gave him as well is going to drive a lot of hype. Easily the best launch skin that they've given a character. Like it's not even close. A lot of people are like not happy that they're giving the legendaries to the characters when they drop. I'm not one of those people. I think it's a great idea. I think it's super cool. Draw as much hype to the characters you possibly can, for sure. Oh, magic and I even match a little bit. That's cool. But overall, let me know if you made it this far. Like, what are your thoughts on the character so far? I think that he's going to be a great addition to a lot of comps, and I think he's going to shake up the meta a little bit. Just him existing in certain capacities is going to be good. Obviously, it's a little bit too soon to be calling anything, like, realistically speaking, being like, oh, this is the new #1. But he's very solid, very, very good, in my humble opinion so far, just based off of what I've seen and the little bit I've played, right? Oh, so that actually stops the leap. Okay, I'll head back over to the Mantis. Oh, let's see if we can't get it. Okay. Build up our attack speed. Okay. Pretty good. We were able to use the ultimate to kind of counteract the Sue, and she died. That's what I'm saying. You're not going to be able to, like, do it on your own a lot of the time, but your team is also there to do damage, right? Which is going to be good. I'm going to try to see if we can't get a little bit of a dive going, play off of our tanks a little bit, see if that is something that looks capable. Huge. Nice. They're on point, though. Okay, where's the torch going? You go up? Yeah. Huge. Cool. Yeah, that follow-up is always going to be good. This combo, and then if you follow up with a melee on a 250 or a shotgun shot on a 275, is actually a kill. So you don't even have to burn both cooldowns, I found out. So it's good. Like we saw it on the torch earlier in the video, which was really, really nice. Again, I want to see if he's like viable for a dive. Not that I think that you should be playing him that way all the time or anything. Okay, we're just gonna walk forward, see if we can't get anything done. Alright, our whole team is dead. This is kind of what I'm talking about. Like, in no world am I ever just gonna be able to like walk into this and like kill everybody, right? Okay, there's his ult. He just like quickly popped it, right? Let's see. Looks like he just pressed Q. And that, yeah, wow, okay. That was a really big, quick amount of damage. That was crazy. Seems like he's a little bit better at the character than me already, but you know, we'll get it down. We'll get it down. I'm excited. I want to play a lot of this character. I want to put a lot of time into him and see what goes. I love these characters with the swords, and the gun is so cool too. Like, see, that's pretty good damage right there. Exile was kind of huge, not gonna lie. I actually don't think I should be going into my vampire mode, like, to run away. I think I should just be blocking straight up, because I'm not gonna be able to get as much healing as I need. Okay, very good. Okay, nice little two-piece. Okay, big diff. Let's go. He seems like a momentum character, kind of in the same way as Magic. Oh, tough scene that we missed that, but it's okay. Okay, can we see? And as you can see, pretty good damage for like just trying to poke. See if we can't combo this. Oh, okay. We didn't follow. That sucks. But it was cool. It looked cool. Man, that is going to be a really good combo. Could you imagine a Groodle and then you like move off of that? Like, we're just doing it off of Namor, you know? What's further? That's a lot further, actually. So you want to go into sword and then dash that way if you're going to do it. Very cool. Super sweet. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. I think he's cool. This is a character that I definitely want to give some more time into. I know he didn't do anything super flashy, but we got some of the stuff that I wanted to show. So, very, very fun. Unfortunately, we didn't get the MVP, but I'm also washed at the character for now. But we will get better in the future. This is a character that I want to revisit. This is a character that no matter what, I'm going to put time into. Blade is hella cool. So cool. I love the melee characters in this game. Blade is in the same boat. He's so flashy and so sick and has so much aura. So I appreciate it. Let me know if you want to see more Blade, if it's something that you're interested in. I will see you guys next time. Kiss you, love you, see you, bye. Mwah. Later.